Before beginning this video, I must put here a content warning. I will be talking about deep subjects. Please click off now if you don't want to watch a darker video currently. Your discretion is advised. Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Reapers, and today I will be talking about two aesthetics by the name of Fashwave and Laborwave. Now, I don't really want to make this intro too long or anything, so that's it for the intro. Let's begin. Let's talk about Fashwave first. Some other names it has been called include Hitler Wave, Alt-Right, Third Position, Neo-Nazism. Fashwave has many creators, so I can't exactly pinpoint any specifics. It originated during the 2010s, and that's pretty much all of the normal basic information. Now, let's get into what exactly is Fashwave. Fashwave is a derivative aesthetic of synthwave or vaporwave as told from the aesthetic wiki page for the aesthetic. If you could even call it an aesthetic, not too sure about that one. Its name comes from the two terms fascism and wave. The beliefs include racial purity, anti-Semitism, and few others. It was known that people from the scene tried to sort of blend into the more mainstream synthwave or vaporwave scenes, but were kicked when they were found out. It appears to be some sort of combo of many of the various far-right groups, such as white supremacists. The visual aspect for this is similar to things such as vaporwave and synthwave, however, symbols associated with far-right groups. I won't go into much detail on the clothing and music aspect, and the sources for this and all of this information will be linked in the description box. I will now be showing pictures that go along with this information to sort of give you all an idea of what I'm sort of talking about. This is Laborwave. It doesn't really go by any other names that are too different from the original, and like Fashwave, its origin date was during the 2010s as well. Also like Fashwave, I couldn't pinpoint the exact creator as I couldn't find too much of this topic in general. I'm to suspect there are probably multiple creators. I'm not really sure on that though, so don't quote me on that. Now let's get into what it is. Laborwave is like Fashwave from the fact that it takes synthwave and vaporwave and uses them to spread the beliefs of communist ideologies. Opposing ideologies and leaders in Laborwave are depicted, the main ideology being of Marxism and Leninism. We won't go into fashion or music like we didn't for Fashwave. There are different variations of Laborwave, tending to focus on popular communist figures. Some focus on certain aesthetics of Marxist-Leninist country, and some on modern-day communist activism. I will now put more pictures of this to show you guys kind of what I'm talking about. The information for this will be also linked in the description. This is the part of the video where I will go into my thoughts, and this is probably going to be about the longest part of the video, but let's go ahead and get into it. These are the two I wanted to talk about. So now let's get into my personal idea and opinion on these. Now we all know these two parts and two aesthetics, and the history of these two aesthetics came from aggressive history. I believe they probably should not exist for that exact reason. Fashwave has ties to genocide and racism, and many controversial things are tied with communism in general from history. These two aesthetics are incredibly distasteful. These two aesthetics are probably to be considered as glorifying these terrible moments in history, and that's probably what should be known as glorifying terrible moments in history, are these two aesthetics. This should be like the definition of glorifying things that are terrible. I don't really believe these should exist at all, but they do, and there's not much we can do about it really to change that fact. However, we can learn about them, which was my goal of this video, to teach and document these while giving my opinion. At first I wasn't going to give my opinion, but I gave it anyways. I don't really I don't really want to see any talks of politics unrelated to this exact video in the comments, so if you could refrain from any of that, it would be much appreciated. So that's our video for today. Please let me know if you want any more videos of me talking about aesthetics, good or bad. I know this was very different, but I hope you enjoyed it all the same, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.